Hey guys, welcome back to Defend the House. This is Kafe Dostoevsky. I'm going to tell you the sites you need to go, how to reinforce them, breach holes, stuff like that. And I'm going to tell you the operators to go. Thanks for clicking on my video. Please subscribe. Go check out my Twitch channel. It's TySpin101. I stream Saturdays and Sundays, and enjoy the video. First site on this is 3rd floor on Kafe Dostoevsky. It's also known as Bar and Cocktail, but most people just call it 3rd floor. So first, as usual, we're going to start with rotates. Rotates on this are very unusual because they're not really between sites, they're more of into a hallway into between sites. So first is this rotate right here. As I make it, I'll tell you about it. So basically, as you see, there is a door in between sites. The problem with this is when you run through here, if you try to get to the other site, you're exposed to skylight, and many people play on this skylight and just watch for picks. So if you have to run over here to get to the other site and attack someone there, you're screwed because these people sitting right here in skylight will just pick you off easily. So then, I know this seems open, but usually you have someone playing in freezer that can hear there, or someone playing in white, you'll have someone playing here, so it's really up to you, but this is actually a safe rotate, it's a very common one. Next rotate, which is a very unusual, no other map really has this, but it is on Kafe. So you're gonna shoot these little bars on the bar, like the end of bar right there, and cocktail balcony. So the reasoning for this might not seem possible. You can just run through there. So say you're playing right here behind bar, peak and skylight, and you have to run over to someone dropping a new hatch. You run over, wide sweep, and do that. That's the reason for that. It's a very good one just because it goes actually pretty easy and it's really easy to set up. There's no needed skill. There's no like crazy parkour thing you do. You just shoot out these and run through them. That's it for the rotates. Now on to reinforcements. So first you're going to reinforce freezer. Well, most people call it freezer, even though this is the only freezer, but they just call this whole section freezer, and they'll call this back freezer. So first you're going to reinforce these 4 walls, that's 4 of your reinforcements, and these 2, that's 6, then 7 and 8, you might be wondering why. Those 2, piano, or cigar, piano, I call it piano, some people call it cigar. It's a very good choke point, because you can open up freezer, you can open up there, so if you have someone holding here, you need to reinforce that, just so you can hold that wall and have someone holding the new hatch and the old hatch and white stairs. It's just a very good thing to reinforce that. And the last 2 reinforcements, I would suggest putting there and there. The reason I don't really reinforce this one is because there are some bullet hole angles, so if you mark that, I'll do it with a melee just so it's easier to see. If you look at it, shoot. Hit right where there's a bar. You just open up a little angle and you can tap anyone that goes there. That's why I don't reinforce that, and I reinforce these 2 most, that, and because you'll have someone playing behind this little thing that can peek here and here, and you don't want them getting wall banged. So next, the operators that I would choose. For this site, I would take a dock and a rope just for the ACOGs if you do have to contest cocktail. So you'll have one playing in freezer, one playing over here, and balcony and that. Then you'll have a smoke. Reason for the smoke is to make the rotates, and because there's a lot of rounds in this where people open up the new hatch or the old hatch and they rush in, so a lot of these games, like a lot of the rounds on this map, go down to the last 30 seconds. So you can smoke off the 2 entrances, you can smoke off the common plant spots. So the third operator I would take is a Jaeger. Put 1 ADS there, and 1 ADS there, and 1 ADS on this site. So I go over this a lot, but Jaeger is probably the most useful person. The reason I never say Wamai is just because Wamai is not the same level. Wamai only moves the gadgets, and Jaeger completely destroys them. And he can do more. Wamai only has 5. Jaeger has 3 ADSs that both have 2. So that is 6. So automatically he can take more grenades and destroys them. And the last person I would take is a roamer, like a Vigil or an Ella. Now the Ella is buffed too. Ella is a very good op to play around 2nd floor, because a lot of people end up pushing 2nd, like white stairs and bottom of red. Last thing on this is destroying this little thing. The reasoning for destroying these is because it's a common plant spot. I already went over that, but that one too. So you shoot these, even though they're destructible, people plant here just because you can't really see them and you don't know where they are. Even though you can wallbang them if you do hear them. See, I would usually do this with impacts, but I don't have impacts on Mozzie. No one does. So if they try to plant there, you shoot them. They plant here, peek it, shoot them. That's the reasoning for those. And that's how I defend third floor on Kafe Dostoevsky. Next site up on this list is kitchen, which is the first floor site on Kafe. So starting with rotates, there really is none, except you do want to shoot out the whole entire bottom of this wall. I'll show you the reasoning for that in a second. Let me just shoot it out to where I usually do. I usually shoot out all the way to there. So the reasoning for this, you're gonna have a person playing in kitchen, and a lot of people end up pushing this door right here. Like some people will open up that, some people will just rush in. Like the end, just like upstairs, a lot of these go to the end, like the last 15 seconds. So when they're running in, they don't worry about that. Then you're gonna have a guy playing in kitchen, sitting here like this, or not like that, but like here, and just sees their feet, shoots them in the head. That's just how you play that. So that's the only like destructible thing you can do. I don't suggest doing the stuff I do on border where you shoot above and have people play it above, just because it's a very big site and it's a very good chance that you'll lose those upstairs roamers. Next on the reinforcements, you're going to start with freezer. You're going to reinforce the hatch and reinforce these two walls. And I prefer barricading off freezer. I just don't like freezer in general, and usually no one plays in it because it's a very weird place. So you just barricade it off, and if they get those walls open, which they probably will do, they have more delay, and you'll have a sound cue for when they hard breach the hatch or the wall, and a sound cue for when they break the reinforcement. Next reinforcements after those three is 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8, 9. So reasoning for this hallway's a choke point. You want to close that so they can't just walk into Kafe, so they can't just open out on this side. Can't just be out here, open up this wall, and walk right in there. Then you reinforce that, because again, same thing, bakery wall is a very good thing. So if you open it up, get an angle into all of sight. If I open it up a little more clear of a hole, you get us all the way back to freezer, that desk, you get all of this. It's a very good thing. Then that one, no one usually pushes it with a hard breacher, so you should be good. You don't need a band-aid or anything. I would, just in case, but you don't really need to. You don't want to leave it soft though, just in case someone's an Ash or hard breacher or Zofia, where they can just open it up and then they have this whole entire wall open. Now on to operators. As I already said, you want to bring a bandit for this wall and that wall. You want to bring a smoke to delay, again, like it goes to the last 15 seconds, you want to waste time, and to open up those holes. You want to bring a roamer to play upstairs, just to delay the upstairs destroying. Then you want to bring a dock. Then last one I'll bring is like another roamer. Last roamer, it's going to be in here, just wasting time in bakery. He doesn't have to like survive, just wants to waste as much time so they don't get this wall open as quick as possible. So he's just going to be not going to be peeking too much, but just going to be making a havoc. So I'll go over again. Got your roamer there. Bandit in sight, bandit tricking that, or just placing his bandits, playing around here. Got your dock or rook playing there. Got your smoke playing there, and then you got a roamer upstairs and mining, train, and dining. And that is how I would defend first floor or kitchen on Kafe. Okay, this is how you defend fireplace hall and reading on Kafe. Just because these sites are very similar, I'm going to include train, because on this site, wait, both of them are A. What the heck? That's weird. So, fireplace hall and reading share the same, well, fireplace is the same site for reading and for train. So if you go train museum, you have this site as well, and if you go reading, you have this site as well. So I'm just going to set it up for both and show you what to do for each. So starting with reading and reading and dining, you shoot out the whole bottom part of this, and you basically shoot out this whole wall. Just because you're gonna have someone playing on white that can peek into here. And next up, you're gonna shoot out the basically from here down this whole entire wall. So do that for the whole wall. And then you're gonna do the same in here for about there down. reason for that is because you don't ever have anyone playing in Fireplace, and you just have them plant an eye with the footholes. So if you have this whole thing open, you can just peek. Then you have someone on white holding there too that can shoot anyone in here. Then here, now starting with reinforcements, reinforce that wall and reinforce this wall. And that's kind of it for that site. So you're gonna reinforce, yeah, those two. What was I gonna say? You reinforce those two and those two. That's 4. Then 5 and 6. Then you're gonna reinforce this hatch, and then you're gonna reinforce that wall. So that's 1, 2, back ones, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then you can reinforce one of these, like 10. So, just because you're gonna have people playing in Train Museum, you have people playing on white, you're gonna have 2 in there. So, you have, I would bring a Jaeger, Doc, Rook, maybe a Roamer, and a Mozzie, or a Cade, like Bandit, Cade, or Mozzie. So, Doc or Rook is going to be playing there and there, both of them, just because it's longer angles, and they can hold longer angles. You have a Roamer playing on these white stairs. You have your Jaeger playing in there with his 1 ADS in here, 1 ADS in Train, 1 ADS in A. Your last one is going to be a Bandit or Cade, just going to place him, then he's going to roam as well. Then now, if we have this site, we're going to do the same thing. You're going to shoot out all of this, but except you're going to shoot out these ones too. So, and then you're going to reinforce 1, 2, 3, 4, or yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then get the hatch, 9. Then this hatch, 10. Same operators. Actually, a mirror instead of a Mozzie or a Bandit. You have your mirrors set up there and there, just because they can hold angles onto the window, hold angles into there. Then you're gonna have your Doc or Rook playing in here, and the other one's there, and then you have your Roamer upstairs. 2 Roamers upstairs, actually. So that's how I would defend mining, reading, and train on Kafe Dostoevsky. Thanks for watching my latest episode of Defend the House. This has been Kafe. As you can tell, I'm more respectable now because I got back to gold. I've won a lot of games lately. Subscribe, like, leave a comment. I'll definitely read back to them. There's not many people watching these. And go follow my Twitch channel at TySpin101. Thanks for watching, and see y'all later.